Hello beautiful people. Today we're going to continue my top 50 anime openings list with numbers 30 through 21. 50 through 31 have been done in 2 previous videos and 2 more are soon to come. But for now, sit back and let's go over 10 more anime openings. And as always, there's no rules! Number 30. So, let me explain myself with this pick. Number 30 is Wild Side by Ali from the anime Beastars. Now, I'm not knocking anyone's interests and or tastes in anime, but Beastars is not for me. What is for me is heavily jazz inspired Wild Side and the amazing stop motion visuals. This opening is absolutely one of my favorites, and it's one that has to be watched with its visuals. While I'm not keen on the story for Beastars, I am keen on the beauty of the opening and the beauty of this song. Number 29. Now that we're getting closer to the midway point in my list, I think it's pretty safe to say that hype-ass anime intros are my shit. And no other anime has more hype-ass intros, in my humble opinion, than Overlord. However you may feel about this anime is fine, but these openings just do something for me, and I think each one is fire. Number 29, Verocity from Season 3 by Myth and Royd. Isn't my favorite of the openings, but it is really, really good, and I fuck with it hard. Number 28. Now, if I were to make a list of anime openings that don't go with their anime, Flashback by Miyavi and Kenken for the anime Kokaku would literally be number 1 on my list. This song goes way, way too fucking hard to be wasted on such a mediocre anime such as Kokaku. It's almost criminal how good the opening is compared to just how meh the anime is. I could go on forever, but the beat drop in this song is surprisingly a super bright point, especially since it defies the expectations of a normal beat drop. I'm in love with this song and entirely not in love with this anime. Number 27. So another moment of transparency and pure nostalgia for me. Killa Kill was one of my very first anime that I ever watched all the way through, and it was while I was at work in Japan. It was late at night and we were doing 12s all week. I needed something to do between the very little work we had going on. So I threw on Killa Kill, and I utterly destroyed this anime in just 1.5 shifts. Ambiguous by Granadelia isn't my favorite Killa Kill opening. That is certainly to come. But it really is up there and almost breaks my top 25. I love this anime, no matter how ecchi it might get. And this opening always gets me hyped to start it up again. Number 26. Now this next anime is one I'm not really interested in watching, but the opening is just too good for me not to include it. The anime is The Promise Neverland, and the song is Touch Off by Overworld. While the visuals for this opening do absolutely nothing for me, this song does a lot and brings it all the way to the top of the bottom half of my list. Not good enough to make my top 25, but if the visuals were slightly more engaging, it may have broken through. Number 25. The Afro theme by RZA for Afro Samurai is so fantastic. And while we only get a measly 29 seconds of it for this opening, it is so iconic and belongs to one of my absolute favorite anime. I love the style of the anime, and the song fits so perfectly to that style, and gets me ready for each and every next episode. Also, I do have fun guessing how many words I think Afro will say in the next episode.
That a motherfucking RPG? You got a motherfucking RPG?
And if it will be more than the last. It's a fun drinking game, by the way, for those who haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a while. Number 24. The anime, Hunter x Hunter, is one of the most beloved, and has some of the best character arcs in anime in my opinion. The openings for the 2011 version, Departure by Masatoshi Ono, is such a great opening for a first intro to people new to the series. Giving a lot of that hope and drive that the characters in this show represent, the song genuinely feels like it's inspiring you to do something great. And the visuals are representing just that, almost beckoning the listener to join in on this great adventure with the promise that it will be something splendid. Number 23. With a clash of the three great performers for the Jojos openings, Joestars Tommy, Koda, and Jin produce one hype-ass intro with Sono Chino Kyoko. The mix of these three great voices creates so much build-up, and the visuals being changed as it goes along, even with having Dio show up at the end, it couldn't be more perfect if Araki Sensei constructed it himself. I absolutely love this opening song, and it is fire as hell. I never don't get goosebumps when Dio shows up. Number 22. One Punch Man was one of the most interesting animes when it first hit the scene, and it continues to be just that, with probably one of the silliest premises an anime has had in a while. And while it certainly plays on that ridiculous premise to deliver a lot of humor, it also goes really hard, and the opening, Hero by Jam Project, does just that too. This song captures the epic action caught in this show to a T, and really lends a great taste for those who are just getting into the anime. Have fun. Number 21. This is going to be a super weird change of pace from my last pick, but with Mushishi's second opening song, Shiver by Lucy Rose, it makes me do just that, shiver. This opening lacks a lot in the visual department, as it's just a bunch of credits rolling, but what it lacks in visuals, it more than makes up for in the music. This peaceful, kind, somber tale we're gonna go on in Mushishi is captured so perfectly in its two openings, and Shiver gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. This opening does a really good job at preparing the viewer for the experience they're about to go on before each episode of Mushishi plays. If you have not seen Mushishi, I can't recommend it enough, and you'll get shivers just like I used to.